You know, we've been talking a good bit, and rightly so, about the housing market in Chattanooga and across the country. And very often the conversation will turn to the struggles and stresses of the home buyers and the home sellers, how they can get the best money for their home. But this morning, the one and only Charlotte Mabry is back on the show with the Charlotte Mabry team. And her focus, no surprise to me, is on your own people, the agents, and you have that on your heart, really, because you know that if your agents aren't supported and having success, then the clients are going to struggle. So it's a win-win.
It is a win-win, and we are so frustrated but caring about our people. And you know, I say frustration, and it's frustration for everybody right now. The buyers are frustrated because they can't get houses. They're making all these bids. They keep losing out. The agents are working and working and working, and it seems like we never have success for their clients. And the sellers, while it sounds like a great time, and it is a great time to be a seller, but when you get 20 and 25 offers on a property, how do you pick the right one?
Right.
And so it comes down to, if you're a buyer or a seller, you need to be working with a real estate professional who's just that. They're professional. And we have a lot of people getting into this industry. It's a wonderful industry, but it's a little crazy out there right now.
Well, you shared a statistic, you just casually mentioned it, and it surprised me, even though you've told it to me before, that in a normal year, there's a high turnover with real estate agents, because often people come into it thinking, oh, this will be easy or fun. But if it's not if you don't have that support, you can't hang in there.
Absolutely. Well, it is fun and it's simple. It's not easy.
Right.
And but typically in a quote unquote normal time, nearly 80% of all real estate agents turn over every 2 years. So every 2 or 3 years you find that 80% of the field out there is new.
Wow.
And so and a lot of that really comes back to training and coaching. And our brokerages here in town, there's some wonderful brokerages and wonderful companies, but they can only teach you so much. You hear the information and you learn about things to best support your consumer that you're working with, your client. But there's really another level beyond that, and I think that's what the Charlotte Mabry team does best, is that we are not only advocates for our clients, we're advocates for our agents, and we provide coaching, teaching, direction. We have systems, models, and tools that our agents can plug into that make them actually become professionals.
Well, and as part of it, I mean, let's pretend that you had a team, I'll make it simple math, of 10 agents. Each of those agents, while they may come into this with a passion for real estate and wanting to pursue this field, they have their own given strengths and weaknesses. So it's part of your business model to try to see your people for the individuals they are and highlight that for them.
Absolutely, and that's where one-on-one and group coaching come in. We're able to sit down and say, okay, this is something you rock, you do this great. How can we best support you with that? Right now, our team, we support 23 agents between Chattanooga, Dayton, and Murfreesboro. So we have teams in all those places. And you know, where we have the typical agent last year, if you take all the sales in the Chattanooga market last year and divide it by the number of active agents last year, the average agent sold 9 houses last year. And if you look at the average agent who's been at this for 10 years, their number of sales per year typically is around 9 or 10 as well. So you would think there would be something different. Now, if you did the same math on the Charlotte Mabry team last year, our per person productivity was 20.
That's a humongous difference.
More than double. So there's a reason for that. And I have wonderful people, yes, they are great, but they're given coaching and direction, and they plug into systems that we know that work. We are also part of a nationwide network that is not only agents and teams all across the country. One of our business partners is Goldman Sachs, so we get up-to-date information on market data, numbers, and all of that. And while we're not financial advisors, we're not tax accountants or anything like that, we can show our agents and your client, you know, who to talk to and who to get that best information from.
Well, and essentially, I guess, is each agent kind of his or her own independent contractor in a way, so they've got to come into each relationship with their respective client in a way that they're trained in, yes, but that makes sense. If it's not authentic, it doesn't last. Is that right?
Correct, absolutely. And you know, there are a lot of teams in this marketplace right now, but I think we're probably the only ones that really stress over and work towards being sure our people know everything they can. You know, it's the old saying, you can give someone a fish, you can give someone an opportunity to sell a property, but if you don't teach them how to catch that fish and how to do that for the long term, I really feel like we've not done them any service.
So are you seeing too, with the minute or so we have left, for the agents out there going, oh, she is singing to me this morning, is there a fatigue in a way?
Very much so. We're finding people are very frustrated. I mean, think about if you went to your job, you came here every day and you recorded this show over and over and over.
And it never aired.
And it never aired.
Right.
You know, how frustrating that would be. And so there's a lot of fatigue. And so if you are an agent, or maybe you have a family member that's an agent, we need to talk. We have a solution and something that actually is working even in this market.
And with the minute I have left, if you are the buyer out there who also has fatigue, thinking I give up, I'm never going to get my offer across the table, you feel that your people, because of the training they have, can help you to get there.
We have the best chance. We're not perfect, but I think we have the best chance of getting you from your point A to your given point B.
It is always lovely, and I'm glad that we both got the pink memo. How lucky for us today. You can find her and the entire team, it is the Charlotte Mabry team, at their office on North Access Road. The phone number is 593-5588, charlottemabryteam.com. Whether you are a seller, a buyer, or perhaps an agent looking for a way to get this training and support that she's talking about, they would love to talk to you. Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.